before the green flag can come out. A warm-up lap, a parade lap, and a pace lap. Let's go to the first turn. Here is Ron Carroll. On the main straightaway once again. The pace begins to pick up. This is the conclusion of the parade lap, the beginning of the pace lap. If the cars are in line and properly prepared to go, as they conclude this lap, the chief steward, Tom Binford, will give the chief starter, Pat Vadan, the signal to display the green flag, and they will be on their way on a 500-mile journey. Here to the first turn is Ron Carroll.
Okay, once again, Paul, the field approaches our turn one position. Our pole sitters, Tom Steva in his deep blue Norton Spirit, leads the way. The youngsters, Bobby and Al, each with 2 victories each, are alongside. In row 2, the king of this great race course, 3-time winner, A.J. FOYT. Then the bright red colors of Gordon JOHNCOCK, and one of the great favorites here outside there is Mario Andretti. The pace does quicken right now. The pace car already into turn 2. Here's Howdy Bell.
And we picked them up. Looking at that third row, the fastest rookie in the field, Danny Ongaias in his black machine. The blue of Pancho Carter's 4-year veteran. Then Mike Mosley in his car, the bright yellow and red machine. That fourth row is Wally Dallenbach, an 11-year veteran. Johnny Parsons, a teammate, and Sheldon Kinzer. And then in that fifth row, 13-time driver George Snyder, another rookie Bobby Olivero, and 2-time driver Al LaQuasto. Darrell Weibel has him.
Well, they're moving faster now as they accelerate through the middle of the backstretch. Passing in front of us, Jim McElreath. There's Bill Vukovich. On his left is Tom Bigelow. To the right is Lee Koonsman. And on to the third turn and Doug Zink.
Carroll, and the pace car begins to pick up the pace now as it comes through turn number 3. They're looking over the pack. The pack seems to be in pretty good order. They're moving over through turn number 3 now and towards turn number 4. Here's Jim Shelton.
All right, Doug, thanks a lot. My pulse speed is picking up, and I'm sure yours is too, wherever you may be today. Here comes the old pro now. You know who that is, A.J. FOYT. 19 races and more than 6,000 miles on this track. Well, we're up to 100 miles an hour or even more. Will we get the green flag? Well, I think we will. That looks pretty good. And here to call the start is our chief announcer, the voice of the 500, Paul Page.
Is into the pits. Tom Sneva, the pole sitter, brings them down. Man with the green flag watches the field. And the green flag is out. The 1977 500 is on Ron Carroll.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Let's take a look who's going to be leading that first turn. It's Al Unser, then Tom Steva, then Bobby Unser, as they head into turn number 2. Here's Howdy Bell.
Thank you. We see the cars coming, and here it is. It's Al Unser, Tom Steva, Bobby Unser, Mario Andretti, up to Darrell Weibel.
As they dive down into turn number
Of course, they are not together in the race, but it was remarkable just moments ago to see the three brightly colored STP cars head down the main straightaway, all three of that team together running side by side. Of course, though, Gordon Johncock a full lap ahead of his other teammates of Wally Dallenbach and his teammate Johnny Parsons Jr. Gordon Johncock, our leader. A.J. Foyt about 11 seconds behind now as Gordon Johncock continues to move very, very well, though some question as to the full extent of the fuel that might exist in those large tanks that sit in the pits. Can Gordon Johncock finish this race? Gordon Johncock crosses over the start-finish line, heads down into turn one. Let's take it around and begin with Ron Carroll.
All right, Paul, and I have them right now. Gordon Johncock is leading that STP crew, and then it's Wally Dallenbach and Johnny Parsons third behind them. There's A.J. right now as they go to two. Howdy Bell.
Gordon Johncock has gone by us. He's up to the middle of the backstretch now, and here comes A.J. Foyt right there. Darrell?
A.J. Foyt coming in. I've got a stopwatch on him. How close are they? And Foyt is about 9 seconds behind our Gordon Johncock. Here's Doug Zink.
And Gordon Johncock moving by us. Now here's A.J. Foyt. They're into turn number 4, Jim Shelton.
Okay, here we go. There goes Foyt right now. And Paul, you can pick up Johncock and Foyt.
Gordon Johncock over the start-finish line, then Wally Dallenbach, then Johnny Parsons. They are not on the same lap. And now A.J. Foyt, an interval of 6.82 seconds between the leader Johncock, the second-place car Foyt. Foyt is closing the gap. Johncock might be running out of fuel here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It has happened to Johncock before at Trenton, New Jersey, a year ago, the last lap. He ran out of fuel, coasted to a stop, gave up first place because of that. Pat Patrick, George Bignotti, and that team watching very, very carefully their facts and figures as they compute the mileage for Gordon Johncock and hope that he will be able to finish the 500-mile race at speed and do so in the first position. As we gave you that report, Gordon Johncock completes another lap. Let's continue to watch and go to Ron Carroll in turn one.
All right, Paul, and Gordon Johncock is by me right now. There goes the other two STP cars, and now it is A.J. Foyt, about 6 or 7 seconds as they move from we're into two, and howdy.
Johncock just flashed by. We see A.J. Foyt, and he is going by right now. They should be to Darrell by now.
They're already by me and going to turn 3. Foyt's in front of me now. Here's Doug Zink.
And here's Johncock moving through turn number 3. We see Foyt setting up for turn number 4. Johncock's off at 3 and into 4. Here's Jim Shelton.
Okay. All right, now there's Johncock, and I'll do the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's Foyt, and back to Paul.
It looks as if Gordon Johncock is into the pits. He indeed is. His crew is ready. 2 tires line in the pits. Let's check in with Chuck Marlowe.
Right on top of the action. They're refueling now. They're not going to change any rubber. It's just fuel. That's all. Just fuel. And Foyt is going to be coming by. We've got an engine now that's given away on the track. Long pit stop for Johncock, but he's back on his way. Back to you, Paul.
Gordon Johncock is out of the pits, but A.J. Foyt is in the lead at the moment. 18 laps now separates A.J. Foyt from his 4th victory at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 18 laps. A.J. Foyt is leading this race. Gordon Johncock is in 2nd position. And now we watch as A.J. Foyt comes into the pits. Can you pick it up for us, Chuck Marlowe?
Right on top of it. They're changing the right rear tire. They're refueling. They're going to set it on quickly. This crew is working feverishly. They've got the wheels locked back on. The jacks are down. Fuel, it's out. He's off. He's on his way.
A.J. underway now, moving out of the pits, but Gordon Johncock goes past and into the lead. He's being chased now into the first turn by A.J. Foyt. Let's pick it up on the 2nd turn. Howdy, Bell, can you pick up the leader?
Yes, there's Gordon Johncock flashing right by right now, and A.J. Foyt. Let me be sure here. Yes, A.J. is entering the 2nd turn, is through it now. Johncock should be up to Doug Zink.
And yes, he is. Johncock going down into turn number 3. We can see Foyt back up the backstretch. Johncock off of 3 over toward 4. Here's Jim Shelton.
Okay, here we go. Here's Johncock right now. And here comes Foyt right now. So you see the last laps in there. Now down to you, Paul.
So the chase is on, but Gordon Johncock has pulled over to the left side of the straightaway. He appears to be slowing. He has cut his car in off of the apron at the south end of the main straightaway. A.J. FOYT is now our leader. There is apparently something wrong in Gordon Johncock's car. We see Gordon Johncock climbing out of his machine at the moment on the grass that used to be Victory Lane here at Indianapolis. It is not Victory Lane for Gordon Johncock. He takes his helmet off. He sits down on the edge of the race car. Let's go to the north pits at this moment and Jerry Baker.
Oh, just as he came by the north pits, the engine let go. He was low down on the inside wall, and you can see the smoke or something coming out of the rear of the car. That's what happened. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Jerry Baker, for that observation. Gordon Johncock, the champion that he is, though, immediately yanked the car over out of the racing line of the race course. So if there was any oil coming out of that engine, it would not fall on the racing surface, the fast part of the race course. He pulled his car off at the south end of the main straightaway, and now A.J. FOYT leads with 15 laps to go, 15 laps that separate A.J. FOYT from victory for the fourth time at Indianapolis. A.J. FOYT, our leader at the moment. Tom Sneva in second position. Al Unser is in the third position at Indianapolis. A.J. FOYT is very, very happy about his position, so happy indeed that he waved to the crowd and to Gordon Johncock as he headed down into turn one. And now Gordon Johncock begins a long and a very lonely walk back up from the grass at the south end of the straightaway. He will probably pass Lou Palmer in a few moments, but he is out of the race. A.J. FOYT leads. Bill Puterbaugh has had his car pushed to gasoline alley now. He is out of the race. Apparently some problem in the engine compartment. So we have a sudden change here toward the end. Now with 13 laps to go to complete the 500 miles. A.J. FOYT leads. But as we have learned here in the past, this race is not over until the checkered flag falls at Indianapolis. So we will continue to watch and report with you. Our reporters around the track are watching very carefully each movement of every race car out here. The thing could change very, very rapidly. We will watch carefully with you. But let's go for this moment to Bob Forbes in the roving microphone.
Well, I'm walking up the pit area with Gordon Johncock. Gordy, I know you're tremendously disappointed. What a race you drove.
Well, I guess that's racing.
Well, it was really going for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were really working good all day long, you know, and just something happened to the engine. I don't know what.
Well, and that's exactly what you had planned. That was your last stop, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We were ready to go all the way.
Well, Gordy, I know it's tremendously disappointing for you, but congratulations for a great show you put on in front of these people here.
Thank you very much.
That was Gordon Johncock. Very disappointed, but very gracious, Paul.
A remarkable man, Gordon Johncock, out of this 500-mile race, giving the lead over after his engine failed him to A.J. FOYT, who now continues to run in the lead.
And there he is, and hey, I'm going to tell you, these fans love it down here. A lot of sometimes criticism of A.J., but they're standing on their feet cheering him on as he goes to turn two. Howdy.
Smooth as can be up the backstretch in Darrell Weibel's view.
Running right down the middle of the backstretch, sounding good, and headed for Doug Zink.
A.J. FOYT off the backstretch, diving down into turn number 3, very smoothly through the groove, off of 3 into the short chute. Here's Jim Shelton.
He's in the short chute. He's coming around number 4. Here's the roar of his engine as he goes by. He won $103,000 here last year. He ought to add another $150,000 this year. And here's Paul.
A.J. FOYT, his FOYT engine continuing to perform well, heads into the first turn. He is followed some distance behind by Tom Sneva and then Al Unser. A.J. FOYT ticking away laps toward the finish on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He is now 2 laps away. Pat Baden has the white flag in his hand. The white flag denotes 1 more time around. And then A.J. FOYT will be the first 4-time winner at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll watch for that flag, and then we'll take it around with our broadcast crew. A.J. FOYT approaching his 4th win at Indianapolis. It given to him when Gordon Johncock's engine failed just several laps ago. The white flag is waved for A.J. FOYT Here is Ron Carroll.
All right, Paul, thank you. We have him in the view, and hey, this is going to be the first guy to win over $1 million at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with this fourth win. He's over in turn 2. How did Bell pick him up?
Riding smoothly around the line, drifts back out to the wall, up the backstretch to Darrell Weibel.
From the dusty tracks of Texas, the Racing's Hall of Fame, and there goes FOYT toward turn 3. Doug Zink.
And the crowd on its feet is A.J. FOYT. They're waving at him, waving him on through turn number 3, off of 3 into the short chute. Here's Jim Shelton.
Hey, the crowd is up there cheering, as you can hear in the background. Not only the eyes of Texas, but the eyes of the world are on this great man. And now to call the checkered flag, our chief announcer, who did call a great race today, Paul Page.
A.J. FOYT down the main straightaway. The checkered flag is out. A.J.'s hand in the air. He is the winner. A.J. FOYT at Indianapolis has won his fourth 500-mile race. A.J. FOYT, our winner. The flag will fly now for Tom Sneva and then for Al Unser. We will be talking with all of these drivers in just a moment. Lou Palmer is in victory lane as A.J. FOYT takes now his victory lap around the 2.5 miles of Indianapolis. A record-breaking end to a record-breaking month. A.J. FOYT, the fourth win at Indianapolis. A month that saw the 200-mile-an-hour barrier broken. Not just in the practice where it is unofficial, but in the qualifying by Tom Sneva, our second-place car at the moment. And then, too, the first woman to enter, to qualify, and to compete in a 500-mile race, Janet Guthrie of New York City. But for the moment, the name is A.J. FOYT of Houston, Texas. The car is his, a Coyote. The engine is his, a FOYT V8. And happiness, fame, and fortune are his, too. He is the winner of the 61st running of the Indianapolis 500. The checkered flag and the red flag are waved together. And the checkered flag was displayed first here for A.J. FOYT. He is now on the pit lane. The people are moving out to his car as he comes down through the pits. A very elated crew has begun to run toward victory lane to meet A.J. and to meet Lou Palmer. A.J. cruises through the pit area very, very slowly toward the new victory lane in the front of the master control tower here. Ever so slow he comes down. But A.J. FOYT no longer has need for the speed of that V8 Coyote engine. He is the winner here at Indianapolis. And now to interview the winner of this year's Indianapolis 500 here in victory lane is Lou Palmer.
And we await A.J. FOYT along with a host of others, including Tony Holman, who was cheering as loudly as the crowd. We've seen what has never been seen before, beginning with a woman driving in the field in the morning, and A.J. finishing 4 up front at Indianapolis. Headed into victory lane now, A.J. FOYT in the gleaming Gilmore 14 Coyote, the Gilmore Racing Team home, and he wins again. FOYT is here and with us, but it will be some time before all of the congratulations have been pushed truly out of the way. People attempting to make their way into the car itself. Interviews being attempted. There is the Borg Warner Trophy being hoisted to the rear of the car. A.J. FOYT himself is only now just unbuckled from the car, and we're going to move in toward him as soon as he has that moment to undo the Velcro strap, take a few more hugs, pull the helmet, and fully well realize he has won his fourth Indianapolis 500. A.J. FOYT with us now in victory lane and really content, fully content, a full life, the ultimate in a driver's career. A.J. FOYT in victory lane 4 times. Never before has it been done. And in the minds of all here, the question must be, can it ever be done by anyone again? A.J. FOYT in victory lane. And we're moving a little closer as the milk now is being handed to FOYT. A swallow to be taken by A.J. The crew itself being shoved back and away from the car. The milk not quite reaching him. The trophy balanced somewhat precariously now on the back of the car itself. The Borg Warner Trophy symbolizing all of the winners of these 500s. We're going to begin to make the move now. Enough time has gone by, and A.J. FOYT will be reaching for that milk, and we'll be talking with him in just a moment. We'll also tell you, that's a very warm racetrack. These tires are very, very hot, leaning against them now. FOYT has done it 4 times. He reaches now for the milk, and we'll move on in after he gets that first drink. A.J. FOYT here in victory lane. A.J., 4 times. Do you want to try for 5?
Yes, we do.
Wow. The feelings, your duel with Gordon Johncock, it went on, and then it was over. Did you think you were going to catch him before he had to drop?
Well, we were going to make a run for it. We didn't know if we'd finish, and I think he knew that.
And, A.J., you really mean it. This isn't the end of a line. The racing line goes on.
The only thing I can say is Larry Millicon has won 3 races.